Hi, and welcome to another bonus legal tip episode of the Startup and Running podcast. I'm Ange McDonald, and thank you for joining us today. Today's legal tip is don't copy other people's stuff. Honestly, seems pretty straightforward, but it can really be an issue in business, and it's something that my clients see a lot of the time. I am feeling better, but still sounding very congested, so I appreciate your patience while my body recovers. So I understand you're starting out a business, or maybe you're developing a new product, coming up with a new brand, and someone's already done something similar or even exactly the same thing, and you think, well, I could just copy that, take a shortcut, I can springboard off that idea, and then I'll be able to get to where I want to be even faster. It's totally understandable, but I encourage you to try to resist that temptation. You see, a lot of people think it's okay to copy something if you change it by 10%. People talk about this as the 10% rule, but there's no such legal rule. In fact, under copyright law in Australia, which is what you'd mostly be worried about if you've copied someone else's stuff, if you copy a substantial part of the copyright work, that's enough. Doesn't matter if it's slightly different or if you've made 10% changes or whatever it is that people think is the case. But it's not just copyright that you'd be worried about. There are a number of other potential legal claims that someone could make against you if you've copied their stuff. They could make a claim under misleading or deceptive conduct and passing off. If by copying the product or the brand or the business idea that people might be confused that you're somehow related to that brand or product or business that you've copied. They might also have designs. In Australia, you can get registered designs which protect the way that a product looks. So if they have a registered design, then they could sue you for infringement of that design. If we're talking about brands, you might also be worried about trademark infringement. If you've copied a brand or tried to sound like a brand that already exists, then that could be an issue for you as well. And I get the temptation because when you're starting out, you think, oh, look, they're not even going to notice me, this other big brand. They're so much bigger than me. How would they even know? And even if they did notice me, I'm so small, I'm just starting out, they probably wouldn't even care. But the thing you need to appreciate is that what you want will likely lead to them finding out. What you want is success. What you want is for your business and for this product to be successful, to become widely known. And guess what? If that happens, then they will find out about you. And they can do two things. If you have copied someone else's product or brand or anything that's protected by copyright or the other claims that I've mentioned, if you copy it and they find out about you 5 years in the future, because look, most of us have a 5-year plan to grow our business, they can get something called an injunction at that time, which can stop you from selling the product or running the brand under that business name or whatever it is that you've copied. They can get an injunction to stop you from doing that at that time. But they can also get damages or an account of profits, and that goes back for 6 years. So that could be the entirety of your brand or your business or the sales from that product. So it doesn't matter if they don't know about you in year 1 or year 2 or year 3 or year 4 or year 5 or year 6 or indefinitely into the future, because when they do find out about you and they find out that you've copied their stuff, they can reach back 6 years at the most, but that's 6 years of profits down the drain. So instead, what are you going to do? Just be you. Take the time, learn the skills, embrace what is going to make your product different. And that's you. That's you putting your creativity and your energy and your love into this product. So embrace that. And that is going to build a brand that you can rely on today and tomorrow and in 5 years and beyond. That's all for today's legal tips. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email at ange@startupandrunning.com.au. If you're interested in joining my Legally Legit Business Mentorship, it's just $59 for the first 100 members, and that number is ticking along. So jump on to stan.store/startupandrunning and you can get all the info there. including I have a Basics of Intellectual Property course where I go through all of the different types of intellectual property for small business owners. And you get that free with my Legally Legit Business Mentorship. Until next week, may your business ever be legal.